their weekly speed checkups on Thursdays.
Yes, they do, and both of them both got a pretty close qualifying score. Both of them reached level 17, which just to show how tight the competition was. Number 2 and number 9 both were only like 40 viruses apart. So this is a very tight competition this month, and really anyone can, either one of them can take this match.
Yes, both of them are off into level 6. Our level blocks for round 1 are levels 6 through 9. We have 18 viruses to 14 right now, and Floyd is running into just a lot of blue, needing a lot of blue, not really getting a lot of it. Whereas Bidwell's a little bit more even. His reds are kind of buried, but doesn't need as much blue everywhere as Floyd does.
Yeah, Bidwell is doing a good job of just taking out this match really quickly. I like that move he did there with the double blue, just to make sure he got the horizontal. But this is going to be a very quick level 6. It looks like for Bidwell. This needs a yellow, and he will be out of this level, and he will be out at a 127, which is a pretty decent time for level 6.
Exactly. Now Floyd's getting rid of those 2 yellows. He just needs those 2 blues. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make a combined shape with it. He won't. He's going to be out at a 144.
And wow, does Bidwell need a lot of red on this next one? I'd say at least
Ooh.
half the viruses are red, while Lloyd's is a much more even board. It looks like it's almost completely even for viruses on his side, and the gaps are about the same as well. That absolutely massive gap in 2 and 3 for Floyd might cause a little bit of issue, but it will depend on how he ends up playing the pills he gets.
I like those tucks from Floyd. Very good play from him. Um, it is 14 to 12, so it is still very, very close in this game. Um, we just have to see if Bidwell can get the reds that he needs in the right order, and see what else he can do with this. Um,
Look at that beautiful L that Bidwell just did there with the yellows.
now all he needs are reds. Floyd still has a little bit in his column 1, but that yellow already is prepped and ready to go. It just kind of needs one more on top of it. And then the blue underneath, not getting what he wants out of that. Um, but now he's only down to 2. He'll be able to take those out individually.
Bidwell is out at about a 305, so he's got a pretty significant lead right now, about 11 virus lead, which the pills that Bidwell is getting, Floyd's going to have to work really hard to try and catch up here, because anything that Bidwell needs, he's just getting right now.
Yes, but if anybody can catch up, it's Floyd. Floyd is very, very, very fast. Um, so that is something that you do need to keep in mind is, you know, yeah, there may be a little bit of a, um, somebody may have a little bit of an advantage, but Bidwell right now is not getting the pills that he wants. You can, you could kind of see it, um, with his reaction, everything like that. That gives Floyd a chance to do Floyd things and race through this level.
That being said, right now that double blue is really going to help Bidwell. He just needs one more, and he will be out. And he still has about a dozen virus lead going into level 9. Though Floyd, as you said, should not be counted out because he has done tremendously well in first round matches. In Dr. Mario history, he is
Mhm,
27 and 5 in first
mhm,
round matches. That is just absolutely insane.
mhm. Yeah, both of
Meanwhile,
these players, are very well versed in everything to do with Dr. Mario. So, We just have to see what RNG will do because some we've seen people come back from well more than 12 viruses down to come and take a crown to take an entire win. We've seen that before.
We have, but right now, this fact that Floyd is finally out there, but he is 24 viruses back. With only 16 left for Biddle. That's going to take pretty severe effort. It would have to be some very bad RNG for Bidwell, and right now it doesn't look like he's going to be getting it. He's getting again pretty much all that he needs to be clearing through these levels. Might have a little bit of an issue with those two reds over in columns 6 and 7. We'd like to take those horizontally, but that would be a little bit of a challenge right now with how everything is set up over there in column 5.
Yeah, he did accidentally misplace that red blue. He gets a red blitz at the right time. He can take those out the way he wants to, and Bidwell's going to be out at a 609.
That is an absolutely wonderful time for the 6 to 9 range, and Floyd is already past that, and he's just going to restart here and blow that one off, pretend that it didn't happen, and re-prepare himself for the next match.
And Bidwell said that's a competition personal best for him. So as we like to say, you get PB strats and you tend to win.
That's very true. And I'm willing to bet, as the founder of Dr. Molly, he's probably had plenty of opportunities over the years to get a few PBs. So anytime you can get another one, it's always that little bit of extra cheer.
Yes, Bidwell is the founder of the DrMC, specifically the versus side. So most of our live events you'll see him at. You'll definitely see him in Columbus. But he's at almost everything along with me. And both of our players are off.
Kind of an interesting board for Bidwell here. Is the blues mostly in the middle, and I'm pretty sure that was a misdrop that he did over there on column 2, and that's going to cause Bidwell a lot of trouble. Meanwhile, a really good board for Floyd here. Everything set up good for
The
combos,
fat log.
just like that, and he's just going to be zooming right through this one here, but Bidwell has already cleared out that mistake at the top, and I see he's going for a horizontal there with the reds. I don't know if he's going to
Yeah,
wait for double reds. I'm not sure
he decided
exactly.
he didn't want to do it. But I know the previous one with Bidwell, he had accidentally put something upside down. That's why he was not able to do things a specific way. He had made a misflip on that, which happens to the best of us, happens all the time. So if you're a new player and you're worried about misflips, they happen, and they happen to everybody. It's okay. Floyd's gonna be out first. He's already into level 7.
Yeah, lack of
Bidwell, go ahead.
yeah, lack of reds was slowing Bidwell down just a little bit here, but now that he's finally got it, now he's going to get a red blitz because, of course, he will. But he is out at a 137 and about 9 viruses behind. But considering this is only level 7, that is very easy to make a comeback for. As he does, is there a term for a vertical fat log?
Combo.
Okay, just thought I'd ask because that's something I just suddenly dawned on me. I didn't know if there was or not.
No, fat logs are specifically horizontal. Um, a vertical quote fat log is just a combo. Floyd down to 10 viruses. Um, does not
And
really need a lot of yellow help at the moment.
he's getting to the point where it's going to be all red. He's got 4 viruses left. But you take a look at Bidwell, he has really come back in this match. He's only 3 viruses behind right now, and most of his viruses are in easy to take off locations. The fact that he got those ones in column 3 might slow him down a little bit as he tries to get rid of that, but I'm worried that he's probably going to
Mhm,
try undercutting that, the blue like that. Beautiful. A little bit of
mhm.
drop time, that was probably the best move for him to make, and he will be out very shortly. But speaking of out, Floyd was out at it, 254.
I like this board for Floyd, very diverse. He'll be able to cruise through it.
I'm also a
I
fan of Bidwell's board. It's got lots of opportunities for taking out things horizontally and vertically.
yeah, both have a decent number of doubles paired up, things like that, that we do like to see. Um, I don't think either are necessarily a speedrunner's dream, but they're not nightmares, so that's a good thing.
Floyd's going to have a little bit of an issue here, just as he did last level with a lack of yellow. He's just got two of those left. So for the most part, he's going to have to use yellow to make it so that any drop time he has in those higher perils are not going to really get in the way. And all right, we got a little bit miniature red blitz there. Right now, Floyd is just waiting on those blues while Bidwell doesn't need, well, after this, won't need any blues at all. That column 8, though, Lava, might be a little bit of an issue just because of how spread apart those viruses are.
Yeah, it'll be very hard. I don't think Bib will be able to take both of those together. And Floyd just needs a couple more blues and he'll be out of this level 8. It takes the one on the left because it doesn't have any drop time, and then the one on the right, he's out at a 440.
Meanwhile, Bidwell's just got 5 more to go. He just needs reds, and hopefully he'll get. Oh, he has yellow right. Apparently, I'm colorblind today. Missed that, but he'll be out of here right away. And but Floyd is making quick work at the top of this board with nice little drop combo there. And Bidwell is now out at a 506. The lack of blues at the top might cause him some issues, but there's a couple ways to get a lot of blue back available very easily. He's probably going to try to at least I would be trying to take that blue out horizontally in order to make it able to get the reds out and just kind of keep the board as even as possible, because then you don't have to worry about drop time as much.
Mhm. But every person plays their own way. I don't think Bidwell, either he didn't see it or decided he didn't want to play that way. Um, he needs a lot of yellow right now. And even that one red in column 4 is covered by yellows as well. Floyd with a
Beautiful.
nice drop combo there. He needs a little bit of yellow help. And there's that double yellow. That'll help him.
It is looking like this one might be Floyd's. Apparently, he decided to summon his inner Packy on this one after losing the first match and felt he got poked a little bit too hard by Bidwell in his PB strats in that first one. And he's going to take this second match with a time of 6:27.
GG's to Floyd. We are gonna go to a decider.
Which I do not have in front of me how well either one of them have done in these sort of matches. I'm not sure that's a statistic we keep track of. Sometimes the best of ones, some people do really well under that pressure, and sometimes some people crack. A lot of you know both of these people very well. How do they usually do when it comes to the sort of matches in your recollection?
You're asking me about my memory? I'm a
Thought I'd try.
goldfish. I am a goldfish. I do not know. I do not know.
We may ask our statistician later on if we have any records of that anywhere, just for future reference.
Okay, we have readies from both players.
Here's our 3, 2, 1, and pills. And looking at these starting boards, there is a lot of holes near the top of the board for Bidwell. I'm not overly fond of that. But otherwise, he's got a pretty decent color diversity around there. Floyd does too, but most of his gaps are lower down, so I'd say he has a minor advantage here.
I do not like Floyd's board at all. He only just got access to red, and there's a lot of blue. I don't like that board. I don't think Floyd likes that board either. Um, he's doing very well with what he's been given, though.
Yeah, that was what came to part of my considered a good board art is that sometimes, yeah, it looks like you have a lot of one color, but if you end up getting the pills you need very early on as he had, then the color options with blue doesn't really matter as much. That we do know that blue is usually the rarest one to come up, but looking at his board right now, you can't tell that.
Yes, blue is statistically the least likely to show up. That's why with that blue, Floyd got that blue yellow. Floyd went for the blue first. Um, we have from Ook, we have Bidwell is 10 and 9 in deciders, and Floyd is 16 and 12 in deciders. So
So
not all that far off from each other.
yeah, that's a pretty even setup right there. And Bidwell is out at a 136. He's only about 4 viruses behind, despite how that level 6 might have looked. Floyd got through that pretty quickly, and both of them were already making quick work of this one as well. This one, though, the lack of yellows overall on Bidwell's board gives me a little bit of concern because it does seem like yellow comes up a lot in this one, and not having a lot of yellows at all, never mind at the top, can really slow you down.
Yeah, Bidwell is working with a lot of blues, both on his top line and in garbage. He is managing that pretty well. Floyd not needing any sort of yellow help at all. Um, and now really only needing blues and RNG being what it is, decided to give him a hot dog blitz.
He just needs 2 more blues. If you can slide them in between there, he will be out of this level. There's one of them, and there is the other. Floyd will be out at a 253. Bidwell still has about 7 viruses left, but with them being mostly yellows, I don't see it going to be taking him too long because, as we know, the doctor prefers his hot dogs over hamburgers. Meanwhile, over on Floyd's side here, again, not a lot of yellow over here, but again, Floyd is being able to just blitz through this one. He's going to be going for a pretty decent time, even for him, if he can keep up this rate. Meanwhile, Bidwell is out at about a 330, and I'm not sure if I like or dislike his board. What's your feeling on it?
I don't like column 4. I don't like that now it's a little bit better because it's 2 columns. But just having the 1 column where it was just that yellow, and now he has 2 free columns and he's chasmed his board. Again, not the biggest fan of that, but sometimes that's just how you have to play. That's just how RNG has presented itself to you at that time. But Floyd is
Meanwhile,
down to his last one. Let's see. There we go. He's going to be out at a 423 into level 9.
that is just a really, really fast time here. He has the potential. Yeah, I'm not going to say it in case I curse it. I'm going to wait and see if it happens first. But right now, Bidwell just needs mostly red right now. There's red. Just needs one more red, and he will be out here at a 448, which is still a really good time as well, going in level 9. And Again, that large hole right in the very center of the board for Bidwell. I'm never
Mhm.
really a fan of that.
No, that can really create a lot of drop time, um, if you if you get a lot of pills that you don't need, or any other kind of garbage. He does take a lot of drop time with that one, but it's still there's still that valley in the middle, um, so he does have to just deal with that, work around that, and hopefully get what he needs.
Meanwhile, not Bidwell, Floyd had a little bit of an issue for Wilder not getting what he needs, which slowed him down just a little bit. It's a 10 virus game right now, which with how close it is to the end sounds like it might be a Floyd match, but you take a look at the way the bottom of Floyd's board is, he has a couple pills that are in some rather uncomfortable positions, like that red in column 6 is going to take a little bit of, well, not anymore, to get to. And
I
then we
could
went
see
to
what Floyd was doing, which is why I was like, "You just let him cook."
Yeah, this is why I'm in the silver bracket, folks. I have trouble noticing these things, but Floyd is out at a 614, and we're moving on to the second round. GG's to both of our competitors in this first match.
Yes, very good showing from both people. Both of them were at our event in Milwaukee, our at the Midwest Gaming Classic. Um, so both put up a good showing there, and both have put up a good showing here.
And Vidwell is just going to finish this off. It should be a sub 7. Yeah, right there, 6:55, still a good time.